Alright, we got the first round of the Cancer Cup. I am actually mostly prepared this time. However, I would say this was one of the more difficult ones to feel like I was prepared. Because getting a front runner was very annoying and difficult. Because you needed to get like 3 green skills, and the green skills weren't the easiest to come by with the support cards that are normally in your deck. And you needed, groundwork and mile S typically to both proc, while probably not even having high affinity, or at least I didn't have high affinity because my own inspiration was like Marzinski or Daiwa. I don't know. It just it's definitely difficult for a while, but we got there in the end. Off off the one quest, actually. There was the quest, the trainer quest, that gives you a 3-star guaranteed make debut trainee, and I ended up rolling Suzuka off of it, and then I got to try to make Suzuka for the cup, and it only took me like 2 tries to get a pretty decent one. That being said, I still would like to improve my late surger in particular, but I'm still gonna run these ones, at least the first set, to see where I am, and then try to improve my late surger likely before the finals. We'll see how it goes. I feel like I'm pretty strong, but there's also a chance that I get owned by blockers and stuff, so we'll see. I mean, I do still need to actually find which okay, so what's the plan? The plan is this Suzuka for sure, who I think is pretty strong. She got insane speed potential with like the green skills, on top of mile S and 1200 speed. If anything's lacking, it's power, but her power is still good. It's just anyone who has a blocker is going to have higher power and be in front. So there is a problem where, depending how well their blocker does, this front runner might just fizzle out, because blockers tend to actually do their job and block, as far as I've seen so far in random practice runs. But otherwise, I think this Suzuka is pretty insane. I did miss the stamina threshold. Doesn't help, I had 3rd place here and had to run an extra debut race, but what can you do? We got pretty much everything I wanted though besides that. I guess poor Victoria, poor Plancha from El Condor Pasa proccing, and then me being able to choose that as a skill maybe would have been good, but otherwise pretty good. For Pace Chaser, the choice is either this new one I just made that I think I'm going to use, because I think this is pretty decent. Skills could have been better. Lucky 7 in particular could have been something not Lucky 7, but it has the 1200 speed, mile S, right stam guts, solid power, really good wit as well. So consistent. I had another one I made before. This one. I can't look at it. Oh. I had this one before, but this one, although it has higher power and stam and guts, it is like 180 less wit, 50 less speed, no mile S. Skills are fine. This one has red shift, which I don't think actually matters as a pace chaser. I think you need to be late or end to have red shift matter, so maybe this was wasted. Either way, I think the other one I have is better, but maybe the 1200 power matters. I went with the other one. And then late searcher, I'm not sure. I'm probably just gonna toss one in and hope for the best. I've made a few. The recent ones have less power, these ones, but they do reach 1200 speed. They don't really have mile S though. And I don't... I mean, I could do another front runner like this as well, but none of these reach 1200 speed, so I generally turn them into sparks anyways. This is like my closest, maybe? I don't know. It's pretty mediocre. I think it's better just to add a late surger. And I think we actually go with one of my older runners. I just don't know which one. I'm thinking it's one of these Grass Wonders or the Vodka. They all reach stamina guts thresholds. And none of them have mile S, right? And none of them have mile or turf S. So it doesn't matter that much. Furious Feast, Surge. This one has Redshift and Iron. I do like the wet conditions here. I think I might try this one. See what this one looks like though. I mean, this one's pretty good. This one's missing... Oh, this one's missing Let's Pump Some Iron though. I think it's probably this Grass Wonder or this Vodka. And I think the Grass Wonder is probably the best. We're probably going to toss in this. But I'm looking to improve this. I just don't really know if I can or will. The setups I was trying to improve this with weren't really getting 1000 power, they were getting like 950. And then sometimes they weren't even reaching the stam and guts or whatever. And instead getting like another 100 wit. I think I was using like a wit card instead of Haru Urara. So maybe I'll try this setup again. With the goal being to get like basically same stat line, but with Mile S or Turf S. Maybe better skills, if that's possible. This is fine. It's like good enough to toss in. But ideally, we're hoping Suzuka just kind of sweeps. If she's actually as good as I felt she was. But I think there's going to be a lot of blockers that prevent that, so... The idea is if there's blockers preventing Suzuka from winning, that hopefully either Ace El Condor Pasa kind of like if the front runners kind of get bunched back, that the pace chasers are close enough that El Condor Pasa just shoots up and wins. Or that, you know, it's a late surger that wins. Either one. You get the idea. This is what we're going with. Let's hope for the best. I do feel confident. Surprisingly, after how not confident I was literally a week ago. After I failed like 20 front runner guest borrow runs. But yeah, I do feel confident. We'll see who I match. Because if there are actual like real builds and they got like blockers, the race could go anyway. Also, I mentioned earlier I did get the Suzuka off the random 3-star ticket, but I'm not gonna lie, that is exactly what I was hoping for. And I'm so happy I did that because, yeah. She's not only who I want for this cup, but also just who I wanted in general from anyone I didn't have. This lobby looks scary. Let's see, what do they actually look like? Okay. Well, this looks like a medium runner. I don't know why stamina is 900 and power. These look like medium runner, or yeah, I should be fine-ish versus these because they don't. This one's a front runner, huh? Theoretically, I feel like I'm fine versus these because their power is lower than mine. And then this person. I mean, these runners aren't bad. Sand Sky. Sand Sky looks pretty scary. And the base chaser, Condor Pasa, looks pretty scary. Yeah, it looks like we're already getting some difficult matchups, potentially. Was this the... I'll actually let you do those. Let's watch the races. This will be even more interesting to watch than the previous ones because it's actually a shorter race and like the action's right there right away. But I do tend to watch the first run for sure. Maybe I would even watch more runs fully if I don't win 3 out of 5. But yeah. I will say I was expecting potentially easier competition in my first run, but I still think I'm the favorite. But there's definitely a chance I lose if Suzuka doesn't get up front right away, or if someone else happens to just be stronger. But I do think my power should literally excel me ahead of them a little bit to where I'm in the right positions. We'll see. It does look like my Suzuka is up front. Because she does have, I think, is 100 more power or something than the Silence Suzuka. So let's hope she stays up there. For some reason, I've noticed this in the practice or random races I've run. A lot of runners, even though my Suzuka does get off to in the front right away, a lot of the other front runners do actually seem to catch up or pass her. That being said, I do think they kind of like bounce back and forth a little sometimes, like this, and it does look like I am staying up front this time, so that's good. This looks really good for me though. I think my Condor Pasa or my Suzuka are both set to win this. Looks like Condor Pasa is actually going to win with being up so far. Nice. I didn't actually see if my Suzuka got angling to proc. I think she actually did maybe get angling, but she didn't get view from the lead to proc because she wasn't far enough in the lead. Okay, it does look like my Condor Pasa is pretty strong as well, which I was thinking she might be because she was like 1200, 100, and less. I actually made that Condor Pasa like yesterday, I think, or the day before. I'm not sure, like 1 or 2 days ago. But I'm glad I did finally get her because I think pace chasers, or Condor Pasa in particular, are actually in a good spot this race. which sounds weird because they don't actually have skills for this race apart from the ultimate. But yeah, this dude with the Seion Sky actually got 3 out of 5 wins. Okay, so this person I just beat that looked scary to me won 3 out of 5, and honestly decent win rate in general. But we already beat that, so I think we're looking good in this cup. Because I think this cup was very difficult for casual players to get proper stuff because of groundwork farming. I kind of wanted to click placing there. Oh, can I check? Oh. I think you can check at the end, right? Oh, here, yeah. I wanted to look at this again, like what the time was. I want to see like where my time is relative. Okay, so 1:30. I think I've seen some people with some like 1:29s and stuff. Oh yeah, I kind of got this to deny or potentially get. So she's like my hidden carry kind of, if Lone Wolf procs and stuff, or you know, if the front runners get blocked. But we're hoping Suzuka does good because, like I said, I do think she's really strong. She has insane speed. You just really need to be far enough in front so that the unique skills proc, right? Grass Wonder. This is who I'm looking to improve, is the late surger. And it looks like she did struggle. So we will probably try to improve that. I'm not the favorite again. It's an Ogre cap though, which is interesting. Also, this is a completely different, like, Air Groove and Ishii Amazon. Ogre cap, Maruzensky. Interesting. Okay. Oh my god, what is this? This should be... Those should be all fine to be, for me to beat. This as well should be very realistic to beat. There's no groundwork. So I should be very strong here. Yeah, I should be very strong versus all of these. Ooh. I mean, the air... oh my... The air groove has a B in mile! What am I looking at? Doesn't she start at B in mile? You needed 1 mile spark to get her to A, right? Or was she at C normally? I forget. Well, that's not scary. These people look like they just kind of tossed in what they had. That being said, the Suzuka is actually decent. But she doesn't have groundwork stuff, and Lone Wolf is blocked by me. Oh, I should be by far favorite this one. So the first lobby was actually competitive, but I ended up getting first and second. This lobby looks like I should crush, especially with my consistent trigger rate of skills, because I have like 600 wit on both my front and pace chaser. I mean, we'll see, but I'm expecting Suzuka to just run away with this, and if she doesn't, it's going to be Condor Pasa that slingshots forward and wins again, like the last one. Yeah, it looks like Suzuka's running away with this so far. My Condor Pasa is already passing the front runners pretty much, because they're so far back compared to Suzuka. What is happening? I should definitely crush this one. the view. I don't know. Let's get everything to proc. Redshift, angling, view from the lead, or plancha, focused mind. All of my runners are cruising here. This one was not even close. Like, I get 1, 2, 3. It is interesting to see how close my Grass Wonder is. In fact, she almost even beat my Suzuka, which is crazy because I had angling and view from the lead proc. I wonder if my Suzuka actually just has too much speed and needed like 100 more power or something instead. Like, does she not even reach the top speed or something? I'm not sure. Maybe she had more mid-game skills or something. Either way. We got the 1, 2, 3 finish this time. I'm glad I made the El Condor Pasa, because I did think the Ace Chaser would be a secret, like, strong pick because of things like blockers or front runners just not getting far enough away. And that's what's happened so far. But yeah, this one was weak lobby, so. Ooh, okay, interesting. So third lobby, also potentially difficult. We got someone with fancy El Condor Pasa, which I don't actually know if it's any better. I think the normal El Condor Pasa is as good or better, I'm not sure. And it has the Smart Falcon blocker. So this one's a good test to see where I end up if there's a blocker. Assuming it's a blocker, it might just be a carry. My Suzuka's got great mood this time. I haven't actually paid attention to the moods well enough. I should have done so to see how it's affecting. Yeah, hopefully my Suzuka does good, because this #1 favorite great mood Smart Falcon is very scary. I haven't even seen its stats, but it's very scary. Oh my god. So it actually had a little bit lower power than some of them that I've seen, but it has Turf S. So yeah, this is very scary. Turf S on the El Condor Pasa as well, and then Mile S on the Grass Wonder. This person's got a very scary lineup. This vodka is honestly just like 100 all stats off, which is probably just a support card problem or like a spark problem or something. I assume probably support card problem. The Ogre's a bit weak. Yeah, these ones are all a bit weak from Rainwalker, but the other persons are very strong. Okay, round 3. This one is definitely the most difficult so far. The first one was already difficult in my opinion, but this one's actually like, we can very well lose here. Ideally, the Smart Falcon does not proc everything. She just doesn't proc groundwork. I don't know. Because she's this gonna be a real problem. I know everything I've seen shows Sakura Bakushin O and Smart Falcon are just always going to be out front. They just get there too quickly and like can't stop it. But hopefully my Condor Pasa comes in clutch again, or my Suzuka somehow breaks through. But I haven't really seen my Suzuka particularly break through in the mid race, so I'm assuming the Smart Falcon's going to get everything to proc, which is scary. We just gotta hope my Condor Pasa stays in a good enough position to pass them both, I guess. Because the Smart Falcon's really scary. I think they're too far ahead, which is a bad sign for me. I think I lose this one, right? Yeah. Feels bad. How come my front runner never does this? I think it really just matters if you have like Smart Falcon or I think Sakura Bakushin O. I think they might actually have been the best carries. It's just easier to get Suzuka carry with left-handed and stuff being easier. My Grass Wander was actually second. Interesting. Yeah, that one was rough. It was actually a slower race at 131, but yeah. Placement wise looks okay for me, but maybe if I actually had a better late surger with like Mile S. But yeah, Smart Falcon just, I think she's just too good here, and I don't know. I think it's just her, like her unique can proc right at the start, right? I assume? Like that's how she always like gets the lead. And she had Speed Eater. Yeah, this was very scary. Basically had everything. If anything, she should have maybe got rid of one of the skills and like double circled left-handed or wet conditioned or both. Like straight away adept maybe. Should have been switched for these two double circled probably. Sure. Yeah, I assume they probably went 4-1, 5-0, something like that. Oh, we can't even see it because I think they didn't. They just started. Wait, they had a couple of races actually. Their Smart Falcon actually got 4th in one of the races. Scary runners out there then. Okay, 2-1. I mean, it should still be pretty easy to get at least 3 wins, but we were hoping to get some 5-0s if possible. Even though I'm lacking a late surger, and Suzuka seems to not blast off as far as I would like. I'm actually surprised Suzuka doesn't do better because she looks insane stat-wise and speed-wise. Well, it's great mood again, Suzuka. Maybe she just stays out front. Because I do have the 2 favorites this race, which does mean it's a good sign for me. Because it is somewhat of an aggro. Yeah, this person's a bit weak. And this person... The Bakushin would be a little scary if it like actually had Mile S, but it does not. I think they just grabbed any Bakushin because these are just random skills. So these people didn't seem to prepare fully for the race. So this one should be a win. I don't see a world where I lose this one. Definitely should be a win. But we'll still watch it, of course. Because I want to see one where my Suzuka actually just like cruises to victory like the Smart Falcon did last race. But yeah, she always has this problem where even Marozensky's passing her right away. Don't I have like 200 power over the Marozensky? How am I behind her? Looks like it's gonna come down to El Condor Pasa again. Unless my Suzuka actually like picks up speed here at the end, which could happen. But I think the El Condor Pasa of mine will be the actual winner, probably. Don't know, Suzuka just does worse than I would expect for some reason. I don't know if I'm literally just lacking a tiny bit of power or if I'm lacking mid-game skills, but yeah. This was obviously an easy lobby though, because we got 1, 2, 3 finish again. Group A qualified. Wow. I'm glad I got there in the end with how good my runners ended up. Particularly like the Condor Pasa and Suzuka. But I am sad that my Suzuka's not doing better. Because I did think she was actually very strong. That being said, like 2 of these lobbies were pretty weak. 2 were actually pretty good. Shown by us losing. Right. 131. Yeah. 31. 130. 130 with Pace Chaser. Win, by the way. 130 Pace Chaser. Wait. Smart Falcon. Also a Taiki. I actually kind of wanted to run Taiki as well, but I'm pretty sure El Condor Pasa and I guess Taiki as a front runner could have been good, but it's difficult to get front runner plus Mile S or Turf S groundwork and that. Let's just see. The Smart Falcon's the least favorite, so maybe this is actually a weak lineup and we're actually fine here. A little weak. These are all a little weak. There's like 100 stats off from speed and power, which is significant, right? This person actually got the green skills, but no groundwork. And stayed as a Pace Chaser. This person's got some stuff though. Yeah. Okay, this one's not weak. This is what we're most scared of. Big Smart Falcon with Turf S and like 1,000+ power and whatever. Because she's just going to be in front and we just gotta hope that my Condor Pasa or my Grass Wonder that I haven't improved yet take the win instead. I don't know why they're rated so low as favorites though, because they're definitely very strong. Like, why is the Smart Falcon at rank 9? It doesn't even make sense. He's clearly like top 3, right? I guess it's just because her wit was low, maybe? Like she had like her lows on wit and guts and stam maybe or something. I think her stam was actually fine, right? Wasn't it 600s? Let's see how it goes. But I think this one will be difficult. Although the Smart Falcon did not even get up front. Maybe she does actually have problems because of her wit being low. Yo, could this actually be one where Suzuka wins? This lobby actually looked difficult because of the Smart Falcon lineup, but maybe I misjudged it because of how low the wit was on some of the runners. Like, they got the good stats for power and speed, but it came at the cost of wit, so low activation rate, right? That being said, the Taiki's still staying right in there though, so we really need my Suzuka to shoot up ahead here. We got angling and view from the lead to Brock, so we should be strong. Should be good, right? Suzuka? My Condor Pasa got kind of blocked. Please don't get passed by the Grass Wonder. Let's go. We got a Suzuka victory. Nice. That was not what I expected for this race. I was expecting Condor Pasa to win and Suzuka to struggle because of the Smart Falcon. But I think I underestimated the lack of wit on their Smart Falcon. Because I want to say their wit was like 285 or something. Oh, they haven't really run yet. That was like one of their first runs. Oh, 300, yeah. Okay, so they missed the guts threshold and they had 300 wit only. But they looked insane because they had poor plancha, angling, groundwork, triple green with wet conditions, focus, turf fest. But yeah. Mile S, summer, wet, iron. Like, this is really strong. I think this is kind of what I was aiming for, but with like 600 wit and like 950 to 1000 power. I mean, I prefer 1100 power, but I think realistically, if I'm getting that much wit, I wouldn't have that much. But nice, we actually got Suzuka to win this time. I do think a good late surger is going to be crucial though, because as you can see, this Grass Wonder that's not even amazing because I'm missing Mile S is already getting like second in a few of these races, right? So if I actually get like a better one that has maybe double circle wet conditions, Mile S, maybe basically same stat line but 100 more wit. And like I said, the Mile S or Turf S, either one. It could actually be a good lifeline in case the front or pace chasers get blocked like this. I got my Condor Pasa just about. She must have had bad mood or something, right? Or like normal mood at least. Either way, first run, 4-1, not bad at all. Would have been cool to get the 5-0 because I did feel strong, but I do think my Suzuka does surprisingly weak compared to how I thought she might do. And it's actually like my Condor Pasa that does pretty good. But this was still very solid, for sure.